Hello, hello, hello. It's so great to be here again on a Monday, reading for you the dragons that came through for you and what's going on in the background of you, what's coming up through what your soul is communicating with you. I've been having so many downloads just recently, and this is great when you're doing the soul readings to do with the dragons. Soul to soul communication, why is that important? Because what's being transmitted isn't always being received. What's being transmitted isn't always being received. In other words, you are not being able to hear what your soul is saying to you as we go through this awakening process over to Ascension, working from 3D to 5D, working things out in a completely different way. This is what the dragons are here to mentor you with. And this is why I was asked to come here every single week to show you one of the dragons, and for you to kind of see which one was calling you, which one was had something, just behind the eye of what's going on for you, how your soul is asking you, calling you to deal with something. And this is what these cards are all about. So you're being asked to deal with something, to look at it from a different perspective, so that you can walk with a foot in each world and you can navigate your way through. This has never been done before, by the way, to become your spiritual self, to allow your spiritual self to come through more and more and more and more, while you're still doing the shopping, while you're still raising the kids, feeding the dog, driving your car, going to work. It's never been done before. Before, we had to go to the mountains to sort of get used to this way of working, get used to the messages that are coming through. And now we're doing it in and above, in the world that we're in, doing exactly what we always were doing for the last 20 years. And when you awaken, it's not like a poof and like, oh, that's it, I've arrived, it's great, everything's rosy, I'm living in paradise now. The point is that you start seeing it as paradise. The point is that it starts to look differently for you, and you start handling things in a different way. So when you're sick, or when you're ill, or when your car breaks down, or when you lose your job, or any of those things that happen, when anything crashes and burns around you, you look at it through the eyes of your soul. You look at it as like, what's going on here? What can't I see? What haven't I recognized yet? What am I not getting? And this is why I've been writing this book, Practical Magic, and the course that I'm putting together, which is all about how to the owner and operator's guide to your new human. So how the soul comes through and how you as a human can deal with that, and how you can balance this out and work equally entwined with your soul while you're washing up the dishes, while you're cooking your dinner, while you're doing the gardening, while you're falling sick or your family's falling sick around you, when there's arguments going on in your children's college, all sorts of things. It's how do we navigate that as a soul? And this is what the dragons have come in here to tell us. So I'm going to go in now and I'm going to look at the 4 dragons that we've got to speak to today. And if you're listening in, thank you very much. If you catch this on replay, thank you very much. Facebook have done something this week and I've hardly got anybody choosing a dragon, but I know that it'll come back up in a day or so. So I'm being told, don't worry about it, it'll still work out. So we've got Bloom is our first dragon. Bloom, if you know about the dragons, if you've heard about them before, she's very much to do with like, how can you just wildly, unapologetically grow and don't ever hold yourself back. There's no compromises. How can you actually get into the feelings of everything? Bloom is very much about the revolution of feeling. How do you feel your way forwards rather than trying to think everything out and just getting overwhelmed with how much information is coming through your body and all the things that are going on for you when you're trying to work out what's going on a physical level. Bloom's like, let's just take this bigger. Let's just feel into what's going on here and start creating it from a different perspective. So Bloom, with all of that in mind, what is it, my love, what card would you like me to read today? Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right, card number 3 for Bloom today, which in the whole set is card number 43. These cards are now at the printers and I'm waiting for the proofs to come back. So this is the message that if you've chosen Bloom, and she's the pink one that normally winks at you, and she's like, come on, you know, so this is what she's asking, and this is what your soul is asking for you to recognize today as part of your awakening, your ascension, how you operate in life, how you navigate all of that, and how you navigate yourself out of the stormy waters. So this is what she has to say to you today. Home inside your aura and safety bubble. Now, I've been doing this for my boy over the weekend because he's got a situation kicking off at school. So I'm like putting a bubble around him, teaching him how to do that as well, the same as I did for my other son, so that he stopped being bullied. So home inside your aura and safety bubble. Should you find yourself becoming lost in the swirling disasters or new dramas or bad old memories, simply come home. My space. No one else in here but me. My space. Come home to that space where time stands still, and into the space where you can step quickly into yourself, allowing you to feel you. I'll always ask myself in this particular place, where am I and what do I feel? What am I feeling? Pause. What am I feeling? Then once you come home, you can explore feeling into that person or into that space or into the event that looks like it's just a drama waiting to happen or some sort of catastrophe. You can feel into it. So you see, Bloom is teaching you how to feel into things rather than thinking, ooh, what a disaster, or trying to plan your way out and strategize your way out of something. When you are home, you are out of the drama zone and you're in your neutrality bubble. And why on earth would you ever leave it? You can still act as you would from inside the bubble, and you can still have all of your full range of senses, beg your pardon, engaged. You maybe, for a while, have the feeling that you're responding a little bit slower. You're a little bit more purposeful and a little bit more like you're feeling your way forwards. This is like the training of the Jedi. You know, like you have to train, you have to get used to what it feels like so that you can actually then shortcut there in future. This is just you altering yourself to your surroundings. But you can still feel what's going on in your environment. You can also ask to feel into certain situations without being overwhelmed. If you step out of the bubble, you can easily be overwhelmed. So why not just stay in your bubble, in your my space? This is my space. As wide as my arms can go. This is my space. I decide what comes in and what I radiate from my space. Learn to operate. This is the owner's and operator's guide to you as a new human. This is learn to operate from the bubble. You have a very thin membrane, something like a golden spider's web all around you, and your bubble around you that creates a safe place that you can filter everything around you through. This is when you're able to know what's going on over there, or see eyes in the back of your head like your mother used to say, or you can do table tennis or ping pong or whatever, and you just put your arm out and you know exactly that just where something is. You have your extrasensory perceptions engaged. Simply decide what you want to feel and what you don't want to feel. And that can be part of your attention when you set up your day in the morning. You revisit that during the day to filter out what you don't want to feel. This golden spider's web or bubble is then to be cleaned thoroughly every now and again. There's a lot of debris that is attached to you that needs to be washed off, energetic debris. Just like any space, it needs cleaned and dusted off from energy situations, people, events that you come into contact with. This is your peaceful place, it's safe place. And this is where you take everything with you. Wherever you lay your hat is your home. This is your home, but it's from the inside of you. When you walk into a room, you walk in knowing that you're safe because you know where you are. You know your safe place. You know where you're coming from. So that was Bloom, and anybody who chose Bloom this week, or if not, if you're just listening to all of them, because they're all messages of how you can ascend with grace and ease. That was from Bloom today, and that was her card number 43. Now, Sovereign, which card would you like us to pick today, knowing that the theme this week is all about your soul's journey? How do you navigate your soul's journey from awakening to ascension? So, okay, number 4. Let's see what you're up to when we read number 4. Number 4. All right, meeting and knowing your soul language. This is very important. You have to know how your soul is communicating with you. The way that your soul communicates with you will be quite different to how someone else's soul communicates with them. This is when I teach, when I've been asked to teach this by the dragons. It's all about knowing your language. You get to know what your language. So you have to know your safe place, my space first, and then you understand, all right, when I see that or when I feel that, that means that to me. Or when I see the number 777, for me, that's jackpot. What I was just thinking, perfect. What I was feeling, perfect. I'm actually getting all of this. Just to let you know that we're on the 23rd of the 1st, 23rd, 2003. So we're 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's been a new moon. So we're on a new start. And not just a new year, but a new start. So Sovereign wants me to read today now card number 4, which is card number 36 in the overall deck of cards and messages that they've sent to me. Meeting and knowing your soul language. Making a note of the time, because someone asked me to make a note of the time. Make an important decision for your emotional, physical and mental health to create a private spiritual sanctuary to attend to and listen to your soul. For example, spend half an hour in a conversation with your soul, journaling or meditating, something like that, and listen to what she's saying to you. Ask a question and listen. So create a private spiritual sanctuary to attend and listen to your soul. A place of solace, union and connection to closely listen to your inner self and the voice of your soul. Your rapid-paced life with all of your deadlines, intensities, make it even greater need to fully connect. Go to your safe place so that you can hear what is being communed with you, as well as learn how to communicate back to your soul and ask for solutions. And last but not least, communicate with others from this soulful state. This is soul-to-soul communication. If you're talking to someone's soul, whether it's asking what the perfect gift would be or asking what would it be, what do I need to do for you so that you could be more satisfied? What do you need from me so that you would feel loved? What do you need from me so that we can resolve this situation with a win-win? Soul-to-soul communication is a powerful felt communication that goes way beyond words. When you express yourself from your soul and take part in this heartfelt communication, you're being conscious and operate from an awakened, powerful spiritual state. You are sensing what comes directly through you to you from your soul, and it is pure, wise, and unbeatable combination. Your soul is housed in your human flesh and bones physical body, which is acting like your barometer, constantly feeding back from your environment to the people that you meet, the places that you go, the situations you're in, always intuitively sensing your environment. Your soul never stops sensing. It's a feeling communicator. That's how it communicates to you, and it feels all the time. It's like, oh, antennae over there. Oh, antennae over there. Oh, what's going on over there? Oh, what's going on over there? Continue, never stop sensing. Your feeling state picks up the soul communication that goes unseen, unheard, unfelt, and certainly unattended to. If somebody passes you and you have this thought or this phrase or this conversation in your head, you can be sure that you're hearing it from someone else's story, what's going on in their head. This was certainly happening to me. And I don't know if you've ever seen that film, What Women Want. Well, Mel Gibson goes down the road and he can hear what all these women are saying in their heads. That's sometimes what it feels like. So if you're in a house or in work or something and you go, oh, God, why would I have that thought? Why would I have that thought? You hear somebody cursing or, saying certain things. You're feeling it. You're feeling it on an essence basis. This is soul to soul communication. And sometimes when I walk somewhere, I just say, "Help! Help! Help! This person's not listening to me. They just cannot. I cannot communicate with them. They don't get what it is what's going on in their life." So sometimes I can sort of ask a right question, and we get to the bottom of it. So your feeling state, your soul is never stop sensing. It is always sensing what's going on around you. It is imperative that you get to know your soul and adapt your ways of communicating with her to know intimately that valuable, powerful, and a very accurate part of your own personality. By learning this new language and simply attending to what you hear, you are a force like no other. Open up your senses to understand some of the basic, foundational feelings inside your body. And that's certainly the first part of the course, that is all to do with practical magic and navigating with your soul on your soul journey. This is what this is all about. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sovereign. Bringing us into our sovereignty, Sovereign. If you bring yourself up into your sovereignty, you just feel taller and taller and taller and taller. It's just an amazing way to feel. Ceremony is the next one. She's a rainbow dragon, and we're coming into ceremony at 17 minutes. Okay, we'll do it straight 17 minutes. And we're asking ceremony again for her card that is basically about navigating from awakening to ascension. And, when you have an awakening, it can be sometimes for some people they have a spiritual event. Something happens that they see something, or they know something, or a near-death experience, or like me, they have a god, an Egyptian god, dog god, walking into their bedroom, or they have a voice in their head like I did as well. Do you still want to be doing this? Or it can be a catastrophe. It can be like in a really bad sickness, illness, or it can be an accident. It's just all sorts of different things, are what happens when we have an awakening. It's like, that woke me up, that kicked me up the butt. And then what you're on, then the fun starts. Then you start walking towards your ascension. You start walking towards understanding this whole soul journey. Ceremony is basically always here to say, look how far you've come. Look what you've got rid of. Look what you've stopped battling with. Look at all the just great. Just celebrate. Look how far you've come. You've done amazingly. So which card would you like me? 6. Which card would you like me to read? I'm going to read card number 6, 8, 7, 6. Ooh. Yes. What number is that then? 7, 6. Perfect. Full spectrum. Full spectrum. All your feelings are available. So if Bloom is trying to tell us to know that it's safe to feel, and how to the revolution of feeling, how you feel your way into something. Sometimes if I'm doing house work around the house, I'm talking to the thing that I'm doing. If I'm sweeping, or if something's resistant to coming off the wall or something like that, or drilling a hole, or I talk to whatever it is and I say, please show me how to do this easily, differently. You become a full spectrum being in the fact that you can communicate with any single thing that's going on. And I know I've taught other people how to do this. So anything that's resistant, like a mechanic who couldn't undo some bolts and screws and bits and pieces, like talk to the bolt, talk to the drill, like get them to communicate with each other. And then after a little while, it starts working. Full spectrum of feelings available. It's so tempting to view life and believe that all we see and all we feel is all that there is. This is a full spectrum of feelings available, and you have only accessed a very limited spectrum. Imagine, if you will, the light spectrum, some of which you can see with your naked eye, and then you understand That is a very limited spectrum compared to all the rest. When you look into what surrounds your visible spectrum, you've got infrared, you've got ultraviolet, you've got so many different spectrums of light, but you don't actually see into those other spectrums of light. The same it is with your emotions, the vibrations. So all of those lights are still existing, they're still there, but you are only allowing yourself a very small spectrum of feelings. So if you can look at the visual, if you can understand the visual, you can understand then, there's just so many feelings to be had. Different species can see into expanded spectrums of light with their eyes, as well as engaging other senses. They experience a different spectrum of knowing. Now consider that you're only experiencing the motions and feelings that you feel comfortable with and that your brain has allowed you to compute from prior experiences. Like, oh, we don't want to go there, we don't want to feel any pain, so well, we don't do that, we won't look at that. Oh no, can't feel too much love, because if I have too much love I'm bound to get more pain. You've got the pleasure and pain thing going on. You are being asked to step out of your current limited emotional and sensing spectrums and start working your way into a broader spectrum. Feel safe to look at your feelings as just another colour or another light spectrum, and the sensations that you can feel consciously more and more comfortable and safe and familiar in. At some point, the feelings that you've lived in and swum in have triggered you previously to respond in certain ways. There won't be something that even touches you or triggers you anymore. You can walk into a room with someone that you kind of, oh, I do want to be near them. And then you walk into a room and you kind of go, no, I've grown past that. It doesn't affect me anymore. You are observing and sensing them as pure energy. And to you, they're normal, they're energy. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that not for you to personally react to. You see and feel differently. You feel a different way. You are conscious and free, finding it easier and easier to distinguish and understand. You are exploring and expanding your senses into the fifth, into the sixth, into the seventh, and so forth and so on. The vibrational scale of your feelings and emotions can be played like an instrument. The lower scales, which are the denser, heavier vibrational frequencies of feelings that you clearly recognize and you're familiar with, you will need to know and be accurately aware of them because you are in them and surrounded by them all day as they emanate from your environment and the people in your environment. As a super sensitive being, you have the aim of being surrounded by them and not being affected or influenced by them, so that you are housed in your higher vibration with a neutral observing state, watching from a safe place and always working to a higher vibration yourself. This is you inside your bubble. It's good to be able to be neutral and not get dragged down into dramas and the experiences of those around you. You have successfully worked your way up to the first sacred home and safe feeling vibration, where there is an opening, a growing wider every day. Through your cells, you are receiving vibration which comes through love. Love is understanding, and it is the vibration that opens the receiving, and there is so much more to experience and beyond love. There are so many different shades of love and experiences of love and joy and fun and pleasure and exuberance. From your safe place and the territory you have created for yourself, you have safely aimed higher and wider than before. When you have a full spectrum of your feelings, you will be able to understand the shades and nuances of others, and how they will be able to understand the satisfaction that you seek. There are so many more feelings that don't even have names yet. Go beyond the visible, go into infrared, go into ultraviolet, and so it goes on. Go beyond what you feel and know today and explore what more there could possibly be. Engage with all of your spectrum. Look how far you have come. That was for ceremony. Ceremony, that was card number 5 and 54 from the whole deck. Brilliant, thank you very much. And the last dragon today at 25 is Lunar Ray. Lunar Ray with the red eye today. And we're asking Lunar Ray, what card is it that we would like you to read or be part of today to give us about navigating from the moment you awaken into your ascension. So that you, well, Utopia is that, isn't she, really? How you can lift off and not be influenced and dragged through the dark night of the soul anymore. So, you know, Utopia is just like, I've got this handled. I can be here as a human, washing the dishes, driving my car, you know, feeding the kids, walking the dog. And I'm of the world, but not on the world. So, Lunar Ray, what card would you like us to be today? Number 1. Wow. Lunar Ray, let's go back here. Again, all about our feelings. So it really is a revolution of feelings today. So card number 1 from Lunar Ray is card number 25 in the whole deck. Her card is dive into the intensity of your feelings. So let's see how we go with this today then. There is so much more to be experienced. This is what she's saying to you today. We are sending out rays of love. They are warm and gentle, and your worries simply melt away so that you can feel this feeling too. There is a lot of love still to be shared. I wonder if you can track where in the body you feel love. You can feel it as an expansive feeling, a very safe feeling, a feeling of being at home. We use your words that you understand to bring you a feeling of being loved that you desire to feel. You will begin, no doubt, to feel it in your heart. And then down into your solar plexus, your upper belly, around your chest area, but it's not located just in the heart. It overflows into every single nook and cranny and cell and atom of you. It flows out of the top of your head, and like a waterfall, it gushes all around you. Once you are full of love and fulfilled with love to the maximum capacity that you can hold, the energy of love will naturally overflow and be felt by others in your environment. This is magical, because when you've got that feeling going on, great things happen. The feeling and experiences you have known love from inside the body is an exercise just so that you know what love feels like. Again, it can be felt and recognized with familiar feelings of being at home, safe, very comfortable. There is a melting feeling that happens inside your stomach, inside of your torso. It feels like pouring hot water over a chocolate sculpture. Everything melts away. There is a very satisfied breathing out feeling. With the sound, the sound of the vibrations. Oh. It's warm, soft, and all-encompassing. It's like you're enveloped in this love feeling. I'm really hoping that this is being transmitted and that you can pick this up. You cannot help but smile and feel satisfied. There's a smile on the inside of your heart between your chest that reaches your face, and a smile cannot be stopped. The feeling of love is when you're experiencing and it is full, 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 full. Your chest is about to burst open, is experiencing being so full that it cannot take in another breath. And it is so full and so expanded and stretched to the max. At this point, you'll find you begin to overflow and gush love. You find yourself expressing how much you love the light, how much you love the sky, how much you love the clouds, how much you love the trees, the ground beneath your feet, the people you meet. You will exude and be overflowing this particular feeling. Everywhere around you, you feel it. It is magnetizing. It draws to you so many good things when you are in this vibration. A frequency when you are aligned from top to toe in this love groove and maximum love capacity. You become a conduit, a magnet for everything that comes from this love feeling. It is a massive expansion. There is such satisfaction with feelings of fulfillment. It's like sunbathing, when all the golden sunshine comes into your body, melting away everything, all your troubles, all your worries. The longer you stay in this vibration and frequency, the easier it is to get back into the vibration and frequency the next time, and then the next time. This is you at home. This is how we, the dragons, collective, and your soul, feel about you. Just soak that in for a minute. And if that brings a tear to your eye, you're only now beginning to understand. This is how we feel about you. And when you're soaking in and at home with that feeling, in this vibration, the frequency and what you can and call love, you connect to us. And then this is when all things are possible. So allow yourself to soak it in and be very, very familiar where and how you feel that. Thank you for asking to experience what love feels like. So few do. So many people run away thinking, I've not had any love, not had any love. Well, you can have love anytime you want. And then you can look back at all the past experiences in your life and shower that with love. Because there is no such thing as a timeline. You can go back and you can do anything at any time. You can shower yourself, flood yourself with love, the feeling of love. Through all the grief, through all the heartache, through everything else, you can still be in that love reflection. Thank you very much for coming along today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing a card. I will be tagging you. This will go up on YouTube as well. The dragons are here to mentor us. This is what I've been told. This is what has been coming through. The dragons are here to mentor us as we evolve from our moment of awakening with that spiritual happening or the disaster and catastrophe, whatever woke you up, until you go through, navigating through to the ascension. So when you are lifted off and you're just looking down and just going, I handled it well, I did it well. You know, you're still here, you're still doing the dishes, you're still driving the car, you're still taking the dogs for a walk, and you're just, I'm doing this rather well. This is working out all right for me. Things making me smile. Thank you very much for coming along today. Thank you very much for listening to the dragons. They are here because they want to mentor you, because it's too difficult to do everything on your own. You don't understand why certain things happen. And the whole point is that you get the like, oh, that's why that happened. Or that's why that's happening. Or you have to start with a question. Why is this happening? Once you start asking, why is this happening to me? Why can't I get through this? The dragons will come and mentor you through this. And I'm like this. Please, everybody, send energy out there. I'm waiting for these cards to come back and to be proved, because this is what we're going forwards with. And the course to actually go through this whole journey with your soul in your human flesh and bones body. We're all doing it, and we're all at different points. And sometimes we'll fall flat on our face, and sometimes we'll have a forgetting, and we won't remember what we're here for. But this is what all this navigation and the dragons are here to help and assist us with. So let's make it colourful. Let's go into this, magnificent spectrum of light and allow ourselves to feel more than we think. So we're feeling our way forwards. Lots and lots of love. Thank you for being here.